ask me how I know, I can see it in their faces.
It was good, people. You already know it's your boy on Zone Tone, man. So look, I just wanted to do a real quick video about my current firearms. Y'all know I'm just getting into the game of the firearms, man. I really wanted some firearms like that. I started off with my PT-111 Millennium, and since then I just been really on Taurus real hard. So I done copped a couple Tauruses, and I really just got a bunch of firearms right now, but I see that's what's going on right now, so I just want to show y'all what guns I have right now at the moment. Okay, if y'all watch my videos, y'all probably already know what guns I have, so this video probably wouldn't even really be nothing for y'all. But for the people who haven't seen my videos, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. This is the firearms that I currently have right now. This is my firearms for 2020. Alright, so, and spoiler alert, they're all Tauruses. Alright, just to keep it 100 with y'all. So, I have my first firearm ever purchased in life was the Taurus G2 Millennium PT-111. Okay, I got this firearm. It was wonderful. I got it for cheap. It was like $180. It was used. I purchased this firearm. I took it to the range. It came with 3 magazines. All the rounds I put through it ran through flawlessly. This was my first and only firearm for a very long time. I ran a lot of rounds through it, over 1,000 rounds, no flaws, no jams, and I was like, wow, Taurus is really doing anything. This has got my name written all over it. It was just my type of gun, you know. It was cheap. Well, I like to say budget friendly. It had a lot of accessories. I read on the reviews, a lot of people was doing it. Had this gun, and they had great reviews for it. So I purchased it. It was in my budget requirements, and I can't say anything bad about this firearm. Anything. Not one thing I can't find to say about this firearm. At the beginning, I was like, okay, this loaded when up, this loaded when up indicator, I didn't like it. But for real, if I ever got into a gun battle and we was in the night time and we was in the dark, then I'm like, shoot, this would have been a good accessory, because, you know what I'm saying, I want to know if I got a bullet in the chamber, and this right here will work for that. Because if I'm in the dark, which I would never be in any situation, I watch a little bit too many movies, but if I was in a situation and I was in the dark and I was trying to figure out if I had a round in the chamber, that would be a great option. So I ended up saying to myself, that is actually a good safety that's on that gun. So I ended up liking it, okay? So this was my favorite gun ever, my first gun, my first firearm. I have no complaints about this firearm. If you watch my channel, I recommend this firearm to everybody. If you broke, if you don't like guns, if you just need something to shoot, if you just on a budget, I mean, it's a concealable weapon. This is the great firearm for you. It's a great starting firearm. If you eventually want to move up, that's great. But if you want something to start you off, this is a perfect firearm for you to start off into the firearm guns business. Alright? That's just my opinion, and that's what I'm going to stick to. I can't not lie about this firearm. This is a great firearm. This was my first firearm, and this is the first firearm in my collection. Alright? The Taurus Millennium PT-111 G2. Alright. So, next in line, I had one. Since I had such a great experience with that firearm, I went ahead. I think I had just got paid. I just went to the gun store just to see what they had in there, and then bang 'em, they had the bigger brother. I ain't gonna say the bigger brother. It was the newer version of the Taurus PT-111 G2. I think they really just changed the name and a couple little things with it. Because when I look at the two, being that I have both of them, there's really not much of a change other than the label. So this was just like a version of theirs that they was like, let me change some things on it. It's pretty much the same as the GT1, the PT111. Even with the finishing, the paint is rubbing off. The paint was rubbing off when I got the PT111. So nothing really changed on it, in my humble opinion. Nothing really changed on it. The only really thing that I see to change to my viewers out there is this little piece right here, which I showed you on my last video, which was the barrel lock. Both of them, to me, they're the same. And I shot both of them. The triggers don't seem different. Anything, when I break them down, they don't seem different. It's really, this was just like a version, a newer version for them to change their visuals on the firearm, okay? In my personal opinion, alright? But I got it anyway because I love the first one, and I'm a fan. And I got the second one, and the second one does just as great as the first one. No jams. And for me personally, that's all that matters. Between the quality of no jams and the price tag, I can't really complain about it. So I got that. So then I think I was just feeling myself one day, and I went and bought a whole nother G2c. So I got another G2C. Alright, so I got 3 G2Cs, 2 G2Cs and 1 PT111 Millennium, which is literally the same thing as a G2C. And I got that. Alright, I was just feeling myself. I had some extra money. I mean, the price is so budget friendly. Literally, if you balling, or if you feel like you balling at the time and you got a little extra money and you are into guns, I mean, why not? That's just my opinion. Why not? You know, if it's proven to work, why not buy it? So that's me. And that might be a problem that I have. But, hey, that's what it is. So I got another G2C. So I got 3 G2Cs. Okay? And those are the concealed weapon, the small version of them. So I started looking through things. And I was like, well, let me get a bigger version. Alright, so I went to my local dealer, and then I ended up getting the G3. Alright, the G3. This is the bigger version of the G2C. This is the full size version. As you see, it's a little bit bigger right here. Alright, a little bit bigger. It's some changes that they did to it, and they changed the trigger on it. The triggers are different, as you see. You see how this is pushed out a little more than that one. Let me say, one thing about the G2C, and if you watch different reviews, you'll probably already know, when I went to the range, if I could just really critique the G2C and the PT111, if I just had to critique it, then the trigger, the pull on the trigger is very long. When you pull the trigger, alright, there's no rounds in here. Alright? But when you pull the trigger, alright, it's a very long pull on the trigger. That would be my only critique if I had to critique it. Compared to like the Glock. You know, I like to compare Glocks to everything. But the trigger on the G2C pulls very far back. And it's almost like, when you pull it, it's like, what's going on? It's almost like something's wrong with it until the gun fires. That's something that you have to get used to, but it's really not hard to get used to. Alright? For the price, for the quality, you know, it's nothing to really cry about. Alright? So, I ended up getting a G3. And, yeah. It's just the bigger brother of the G2C. And that's what I got. Now, mind you, all of these guns coming with magazines. So you see all these mags that I got, they all come with them, and I might have purchased 1 or 2 mags extra. Not to mention the 32 round mags that I got. I got 3 of them. If you watch my video, you already know. The ProMag. Now don't get me wrong, the ProMag, I've done reviews on them. I've had experiences where one of my ProMags wasn't acting right for me. I've watched YouTube videos. A lot of people having problems with their ProMags. So I don't really know. I can't give a real good opinion on the ProMag. All I know is one of my ProMags did not work at all. When I first got it, that was my first impression of the ProMag. It did not work. I got a video on that. Watch it. It was jamming all the time. I showed y'all a remedy for that, which a remedy that worked for me. Might not work for y'all, but it worked for me, and it stopped the jams. I bought 2 more ProMags in 2021. Took them to the range, and they worked perfectly. So it's probably, I'm not a perfectionist in the ProMag brand, so I don't know. I'm just giving y'all my experiences with the ProMag magazine. I bought one, it was horrible. I put some tape on it, it worked. Bought 2 more after that, took it to the range, they worked flawlessly. That's what happened with the ProMag. I can't tell y'all what y'all experience with the ProMag would be, but that's what my experience was with the ProMag. Okay? So, when it comes to the ProMag, I'm just going to let y'all know, enter at your own risk. Try what I said. If y'all do have a ProMag that doesn't work for y'all, try what I say in my video. See if that works for y'all. Hopefully it do. You might want to try to buy another ProMag just to see if you might get a good version of it. I don't know. This might be something that ProMag just needs to work on and figure out for themselves. But for a Taurus fan, I'm happy with my ProMags. Like I said, the one that I had that wasn't working right, I threw some tape on it. It works perfectly now. The other 2 that I bought works great. I'm sticking with them. Enter at your own risk. So I got the G3. Christmas time came around. I wanted to treat myself. I went to the gun store, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was looking for something other than the Taurus. I didn't just want to stick to the Taurus. I wanted to try something other than the Taurus, but they didn't have too many options that I was really into. Most of their firearms that they were selling cost $500, $600, and only came with like 5 rounds, 6 rounds, like little Rugers, 22 calibers, Rugers, 9mm, but with only 5 rounds in the magazines. And I just can't see myself paying $600 for a gun that only holds 5 rounds when I can buy a Taurus G2c that holds 12 rounds and has all kind of accessories to go with it, including 32 round magazines, and pay only $250 for it. So I wanted to, so what they had was another G2c, or they had a G3. They didn't have any G3Cs in. Once they have a G3C in, I will get one just because I'm a Taurus fan, and I'm going to add it to my collection. If the price is right, which I know the price will be. But all they had was a Taurus G3 in, but they had a brand new Taurus G3. I hadn't at this time bought any new guns. This will be my first new gun, and the price tag was $309. So I was like, shoot, why not? $309 is still less than all of the guns that they was offering. And I want to say that the Rugers that they was offering was like $400, and they was used. So why would I buy a Ruger for $400 and something that's used, that only holds 5 rounds, 6 rounds, when I could buy a Taurus G3, the full size version, that comes with 15 rounds and 17 rounds, brand new? Make it make sense. I mean, to each his own, but that's just me. Alright? So what I did was I said, forget it. I got this. I got it. You know, it's a little bit over my budget, but shoot, I take it. So I went ahead and bought another G3. So I got two G3s. All right, two G3s. So I got two G3s and three G2cs, or to be specific, I got two G3s, two G2cs, and one G2c PT111. All right. So I got 5 firearms total, people. That's what I got. 5 firearms total. So long story short, this is my firearms. What I got right now. And that's it. I ain't got nothing else. But I'm content with all of them because, like I told y'all before, I'm the type of person that'll buy 5 of the same items that works great for me, instead of buying 5 totally different items that don't work at all. That's just me. With these 5 items, I can change magazines through each other. I can change barrels through each other. I could change springs through each other. I could change magazines through each other. Like, you gotta make it make sense. I have a mini armory right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if something did pop off, I got plenty of cheap or inexpensive, budget-friendly firearms that I can switch mags through all of them. I can hand them out, switch mags through all of them. Switch barrels through all of them. If a barrel messes up with one, boom, throw another one in. When a lot of people will buy a bunch of totally different firearms that don't work with each other and just waste money. So you got to make it make sense. That's just my motto, and that's what I do. But anyways, this video was way too long, but I just wanted to let y'all know this is what I'm working with right now. I'm just a beginner in the gun game, just to let y'all know. So work with me. But so far, I'm going to let you know, Taurus got me. That's my thing right there, Taurus. Taurus and Glock. Glock is coming, I promise you. Even if I just buy one, it will be the Glock 19, just to pay homage. But that's coming, alright? But for right now, I'm so content with Taurus, man. I can't even tell y'all too much about it, but I'm just so content with the Taurus firearm. It's like it was made for me. A budget-friendly individual. It was made for me, alright? No more talk.